This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
From what day you may find out, certain people not like me. Everyone got us bag a thing now. Next to me I do it like Nike, but me not fear no guy now. No matter how hard them a spite me, me just a go and do me thing now. Me just a do it like Nike. Me just a do it like Nike. Me just a do it like Nike.
Good afternoon. Hump Day Wednesday. This is Pearly in the house, filling in for the vacationing and relaxing naughty. This is Talking Heads, everybody, on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Welcome. Good to be back here with you. All the rain we had yesterday, I thought it was going to be more rain today too. It's not a bad day. It's a bit overcast, but it's a nice cool day. An enjoying day, I like to call it. But apparently we have a lot of rain coming up on the weekend. It did say the weekend, so get ready for it. Heard the big concert was postponed. I'm hearing February. I'm not hearing a date, but that's what I'm hearing. It's the street talking. But hopefully that'll work out. But it's raining, so it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain this weekend. Become some bad weather. So get ready for it. Be ready. But what's happening out there, everybody? Today, we just can talk today. This is Open Line. Naughty Tell Me Open Line is on Wednesday. So Open Line Wednesday, if you want to call me and talk about anything. You know what? I feel good today. We can let Sparky. If Sparky wants to call, Sparky can call. But you got to rule now, Sparky. You got to talk to me right now. You got to show me that respect. So more than welcome to call Sparky. 323-6232, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4316, 325-4259, 325-4259. If you want to call from outside Nassau, 242-300-5720. That's 242-300-5720. And the text line, powered by BTC, 422-4796, 422-4796. What's happening in the papers today? Whoa. Pintard claims PM embattled in PLP. Insists the FNM will overcome its own family squabble. Bahamas pledges to strengthen human rights mechanisms. Dog attacks toddler on Grand Bahama. PM, we must do more on climate fight. That was at my university in Minnesota, St. John's. He was a guest lecturer there. Chamber chairman asks government to delay audit requirement on large companies. That's been a little thing they battle in. And let's be in the business section today. Climate reparation can be used for property insurance as HE. Bahamas supports UN resolution requesting an advisory opinion from International Court of Justice on climate justice. PINDA, climate crisis has caused catastrophic property insurance to be unavailable or beyond reach of many. And Chamber Chairman asks the government to delay audit requirement. Central Bank releases and brings into force digital asset guidelines for SFIs. Hotel Union looking to end the year with 2 more industrial agreements. Wonderful. Gas, 529 at Rubis, 525 at Esso, and 559 at Shell. Pintard claims PM embattled in PLP. Insists the FNM will overcome its own family squabble. Let's talk about it. I have some opinions, but I want to hear what y'all think about it. Mind you now, the FNM, this ain't nothing new. They have internal fights. They call it that's why they call it they're so strong in democracy. And at the end of the day, they do work it out. They sure do. We saw the PLP had squabbles prior to the by-election. People were threatening, they can lose, they can do this. And you know the little meme you see, a few moments later. They was all on board. So you have internal fights. In families, brothers and sisters fight. Brothers and sisters row. But at the end of the day, family is family. So, I heard the chairman of the PLP say, there ain't no fight. Come on, you niggas stuff in a row. Everybody know that. Now, if you're under control, I understand that. and you're all on the same path, I understand that. But don't say you don't have internal squabbles, because you do. Every organization does, no matter where you at. There is some kind of internal squabble, there's some kind of fight, and it's going to happen. Our sponsors today, BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Center of America, the Cleveland Clinic, the Deposit Insurance Corporation, Dunkin' Donuts, they're the title sponsor of Jonkunu Tabay, Jingle Jonkunu Tabay. Am I saying it correctly? Am I saying it right? I don't want to say it wrong and then I get fussed. It's called Jonkunu Jingle Tabay, a 5K run. That's on Saturday, so that's sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. Fine Threads, they have the 12 days of Christmas. Today is the 13th. So they have a different one for today. They do a different one every day for the 12 days of Christmas. And so yesterday they had 20% off suits. And today is a different day. And because I'm looking for it, it's $10 off dress pants. So today's the 13th, Fine Threads, 12 days of Christmas. Further sponsors, First Caribbean Bank, Grand Bahama News. That's on, and we talk to them every Tuesday. John's Department Store having wonderful sale as well. Joker's Wild, Kelly's Home Center, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Scotia Bank, Thompson Trading, Tropical Gyros, Water and Sewage Department. And we should be hearing some representative from Percy's at the 5 o'clock hour on the Sports Talk and talk a little bit about some sports betting. $250,000 in prizes you're getting. Trip to Vegas. All that. Okay, text come and say, Pearly, we flooding in Freeport now. Oh my goodness, it's raining hard in Freeport, I'm being told. Weather's not good, and that's coming here. So get ready, people. Get ready. Get ready. So I saw this, and we can talk a little more about it. Don't be afraid to tell me about it now. Tell me to think about it. I'd like to hear Anton's term on it. Pintard claims PM in battle, and like I said, families have battles, all right? And we saw it very clear, very, very, very clear outside of the Gambia House when they were ratifying the now member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini. They had big row, and they carry on bad. And then a few days later, we saw at the FNM headquarters claims of by the vice chairman that he was attacked by somebody. These things happen in every family, but at the end of the day, you have to understand where you got to go. Great Texas says, great show as usual. Me and my family member had an agreement in 1991. It's now going on 2024. So, Mr. Pintard, with all respect, I like you as a person, but bad example, fine, okay. Pearly, does a good person make you a good PM? Does a good person make you a good PM? It's not standing alone, no, but you got to be a good person. I mean, if you're a bad person, that means you will be prone to doing bad things, corrupt things, all that. But if you're a good person, then you tend to be looking at the goodness for your country and for your people. So my answer to you would be yes. A good person would make a good PM. Now, there may be other things that bring them down from being a good PM. How they conduct the finances, how decisions they make, but that doesn't mean being a good person will make them a good PM in that regard. And we've had some good people who have been prime minister. Some did a good job, some didn't. But that ain't for me to say right now. So when we look at this and we come up and say, man, there's no problems, no. You had an election for chairman and it went down to the wire. Yes, you won by over 200 votes, but you fight for that. You did fight for that, bro. It wasn't a walk in the park. It wasn't and that shows that democracy is alive and well in the Progressive Liberal Party, alive and well. But let's not say you don't have internal squabbles, and you don't want to say it to the public. No, I understand that. I understand you don't want to say to the public, "Oh, we having a squabble," or "We having disagreement," or is the PM's team against the DPM's team, or the chairman's crew against the no. You're not going to say that, but you do have that. And anybody who's going to tell you that does not happen in any political party is being disingenuous and not being honest with you. Now, how well you cover it, how well you work with it, and how well you agree to disagree at times. The maturity of it shows at the end of the day, after you had your row, you come to your agreement, you live up to your agreement, and you unite and you go into battle. The PLP had their squabble, they got it together, and they went into battle and they won. The F&M having their family squabble, and they will get together. And they will fix it, one way or the other. Is that the public's business that they're having some internal strife? Is that something that you should be airing in the public domain? Should you be having press conferences and press release and statements to the press and interviews? Is that how you solve the problem? Is that what the members of your party want you to do? Food for thought. Food for thought. I see our prime minister is in Minnesota. And one of my favorite states in the whole United States is Minnesota. I went to college there, St. John's University. Yay, yay. My kids all went to school there. My dad went to school in Minnesota, but St. Thomas, the rival school, actually. A lot of the Catholic priests that we had here before were from St. John's. It's the Benedictine Catholic University, men's university, and has I like to say, a partnership with College of St. Benedict's, the female university. I say the only difference with the schools is dorm life and graduation. You live separately. Women live on St. Ben's campus, the men live on St. John's campus. Supposed to. And graduation is two different times. I think they have a one president now. I'm not certain. Don't quote me on that. I think they were working towards. I think they have the one president. At the end of the day, it'll probably be one university. But so the prime minister up there, and they have this guest lecture series, and I guess the international students were doing something, and he was invited to speak. So he spoke on the climate fight, and how more we must do. I have a nephew up there who had the opportunity to be with them, to travel with the contingent, to have lunch with them. So congratulations, St. John's. Wonderful to have the Prime Minister there. The Bahamas has a strong tie to St. John's, particularly St. Augustine's. A lot of Bahamians are alumni of St. John's, the Auditor General, Senator Philip Galanas, the late Hawk Finlayson, a guy named Earl Thompson, and others are graduates of St. John's University. So it's wonderful. It's wonderful, and we get a group go up there every year. The school has, give good scholarships and all that stuff. Expensive to go to school up there now. It ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. So it was wonderful to see that he was there. Wonderful to have the Prime Minister visit St. John's. I talk about it a lot, and the influence that the school has on you, you live that for the rest of your life. Texas says, Pearlie, all I will say for now, we have the worst fourth estate in the world, and some of these talk show hosts are Tommy Tuckers singing for their supper, but next year we'll call them all out and can't beg. I agree with you, Pearlie. The F&M need to control their fighting inside, not for the world to know. Pearlie, remember when the PLP had that big fight back in the day when the big guy going after the little guy? Boy, I tell you, your good old days. $10 bet someone bring up sack. That was when the two members of Parliament fight in the Cabinet Office. We all have it. We all have our differences. We all do. And it's just about working it out. This text I want to read again, and it kind of made a little bit of sense. Let me just read it. Pearlie, all I will say for now, we have the worst fourth estate in the world, and some of these talk show houses are Tommy Tucker singing for their supper. But next year, are we, the fourth estate, doing enough? I won't come back tomorrow, so I got to be very careful. I say this all the time, that I don't to get myself in trouble here. I don't know if the reporters, the journalists, ask enough of the tough questions of the politicians. I don't know if we're just taking the news and reporting it. If that's what the role is, fine, I understand that. Are we as talk show hosts asking the tough questions? Why aren't these members of parliament or ministers coming on the shows? What is it they don't want to face? When I saw a lot of the members of the journalistic community leave the different media houses and go into work for the office of the Prime Minister and different government agencies, I don't ever tell anybody you can't do what is best for you and your family. And if you got to take a job that gives you more money, more opportunities, more benefits to take care of your family, albeit, or like Cat Williams say, boo-boo, do your thing. But when I see a lot of journalists leaving the field to go work in the ministries, I think that we're doing a disservice to our field, doing a disservice to the field of journalism. We leave a bunch of what they call cub reporters. Yes, they can grow into bears one day. Trust me, they will. And a lot of them have. I've seen the maturity level and the maturation of a lot of these young reporters that just came on the scene in 2020, 21, and are doing very well. And I'm very proud of a lot of them. But they're juniors, they're young, they're still new in the field. Some of them ain't been in the business 5 years. Are we asking the tough enough questions? I mean, I know they ask the opposition those questions, and they get at them, but do they get at the government enough? Do they ask the government enough questions? Because a lot of us who want talk shows now ain't there now. So that's a question to ask. I mean, and you know, some people we don't like to look at the elephant in the room. Sometimes we be a little apprehensive about talking about certain things because we don't want to step on cons, and I'm trying to be very guarded by what I say because I won't come back tomorrow. But I don't want to seem that I'm getting on my colleagues in any way or shape or form. I respect what they do. And we have some talented, very talented journalists in this country. The texter says, the texter and caller, they don't want to face us. Talking about the people who don't want to come in the air. You're correct, but what goes around comes around. They weak. That's why I love the young ones. Are we asking the tough enough questions? I sometimes I hear some things that some of the ministers and some of the let me take it back. Some of the politicians say, and I'm like, why aren't we asking them? But you said this or but you did that or but that was done. Why are you not challenging them? Are we? Why are we not saying, hey, what you doing? I don't agree with that. But, you know, I'm questioning that, I should say. Does that make you too opinionated as a journalist? So should the Earls, the Pearlies, the Naughties, the Dwights, the Howards, the Zhivago, should we be asking tougher questions? Are we asking the tough enough questions? Without being condescending or insulting or anything like that to our guest? Because I can be honest now, some of these talk show hosts, I see some questions they ask, they kind of like trying to have a gotcha moment. I don't believe in that. I don't need to say I gotcha to prove that I know what I'm doing or I'm doing the job or what. I don't need to embarrass you as a politician if you come on the show with me. Or as anybody. I'm going to ask you the questions, and it's up to you to answer, and for the public to come to an opinion. Now, I'll ask a tough question, but I'm not going to do an I gotcha moment. I don't believe in that. What am I gaining by doing that? What do we get by trying to embarrass I gotcha? Or you? What are we gaining by doing that? Yes, you asked the question if they said, you know, when I was outside yesterday, the sky was red. And you said, no, Minister, the sky really was blue. What you trying to tell me? We got a caller coming up. Just give me a half a second call. Let me read this text. Pearly, if you ask the tough questions, they will not appear in the show. Now, the pot cake can rough and will show up on any show. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Yeah, hello.
Hey.
Yeah, this is not a paradigm shift here, but as it relates to to what you're speaking about, asking tough questions or asking questions, right? Selfless questions that entails common sense and just intrigue. But the Texas just want to big up the pot cake. You know, I've lost respect for the pot cake after hearing his contempt and the way he speaks down at people, as if these guys are never going to the grave, man. That's how they act. But here's what I have a problem with, right? As it relates to tough questions and educating the public, which is very simple. There was a vaccine push on the other day talking about vaccinations and pneumonia, et cetera, right? And some other diseases, whatever. So the fact that they had mentioned pneumonia and vaccination for this particular type of pneumonia, right? So it was just basic that pneumonia, there's three types: viral, fungal, and bacterial. And so if you're pushing a vaccine, then the host should have asked, which one is this relevant for? So it's a very strange. They have manipulated these viruses so much until you don't even know which one. So we know that a lot of people are just coming down with these, something called white lung now that they're hiding from the public, right? And pneumonia in itself. Pneumonia is a secondary infection of influenza. You would notice that they get COVID and pneumonia mixed up. Like I saw it with my cousin. He was never diagnosed with COVID, but they keep saying he had pneumonia, but he died anyhow. So what I'm saying is, which one is it? Which one is the vaccine efficacious for? You see what I'm saying? So if we don't know that, we just say pneumonia. But there are three types of pneumonia, caused by three different types.
Fair enough. So you should be.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's why I call him a scientific journalist, to keep the people's feet to the fire. Because what you have then is they will use science to enslave us and take advantage of us because people don't have common knowledge.
Fair enough. Thank you very much. And if you're going to have somebody come on the show or you're going to do somebody, do a little bit of homework so that you know what you're asking. I'm not going to bring somebody here if I know nothing about it. I can't ask them some questions that, at least at the end of the day, me and my listeners have some knowledge of what we're talking about. Mr. Medusa, let's take a first break. I just see the time, man. Take a break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about this. You're welcome to call, Let me know what you think, but the infighting amongst the PLP and the FNM, are they having it? But this is Pearly filling in for Naughty's Talking Heads on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We'll be right back. Hey, Cashmere.
Towards the heights of the season, Scotiabank wanted to give the people a lift for mom, dad, and kids. Apply for a Scotia Plan loan and unwrap the perfect Christmas gift. Fix your home, buy new appliances, or go on vacation. Scotiabank is giving holiday cheer with an all-expense-paid weekend trip for two to Miami for 3 days and 2 nights. When you apply for a Scotia Plan loan from now until December 31st, enjoy low interest rates and no payments for up to 2 months. Unwrap the perfect Christmas with Scotiabank.
This holiday season, come into John's for all your footwear and fashion needs, where we have women, men, and children covered for work, church, play, or the party in your life. Jewelry, handbags, and of course, gift cards in any amount make a great gift for friends and family. And there is our small appliance section. Need a new outfit for the season? Check out our John's fast fashion clothing stores. Our John's Career Store is the perfect gift shop for a nurse or anyone in healthcare. Come in store or shop online at johnsshoes.com for same-day delivery or free next-day delivery. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, Bahamas, from John's Shoes.
You've tried everything. ASUS with your mother's cousin's sister's auntie, and even hiding your money under your mattress. But is your money safe? Your Bahamian dollar deposit in a member bank or credit union is insured up to $50,000. If anything happens, your deposit up to the insured value will be returned to you thanks to Deposit Insurance. Visit Deposit Insurance Corporation at www.dic.bs.
Protection for your money guaranteed with DIC.
Holiday lattes at Dunkin' are wrapped in cheer. Our peppermint mocha latte features a blend of mocha and peppermint, topped with whipped cream, mocha drizzle, and a dusting of hot chocolate powder. The toasted white chocolate latte with notes of white chocolate is topped with whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and cinnamon sugar. And the toffee nut latte combines the flavors of buttery toffee and toasted nut flavors, topped with whipped cream and caramel drizzle. The holidays run on Dunkin'.
The Water and Sewage Corporation celebrates you this holiday season. Make your bills merrier and brighter with our exciting holiday promotion. Pay your bill in full between December 1st and 15th, 2023, and you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win amazing prizes. Simply visit any Water and Sewage Corporation location or our social media pages to find out more about the promotion and how you can participate. This holiday season, let us make your bills merrier and brighter. Happy holidays from the Water and Sewage Corporation.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
And we're back. You ever try to take we're back, Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9. You ever try to take a selfie film and you always like your head holding up? I always mess up on the selfies. I was trying to take a little selfie here in the studio. I don't know why. I'm just getting into that. Most of the texts, I'm going to read some texts here. Most of those names you call are talk show hosts, not journalists. There's a difference. Our fourth estate is a joke. Ingram wastes time opening up the airways because we are weakling questions. We ask weakling questions. This your boy Pearly will say my name. JJ Miss not supposed to be in there by law. Half haven't disclosed by law. 10,000 fine and 2 years in jail, and they should be pawed. Read before you send your text. Please check your spelling because my reading ain't that great. I don't understand all the super text terminologies. There's a lot of questions you ask, but they're afraid if they are working for ZNS. Pearly, I am sure one of the main reasons our representatives really come on mainstream radio is because they will prove just how embarrassing they are. Half of them can barely communicate properly, right down to basic grammar. The only time they prepared to speak to the nation is at rallies when the majority of the attendees are intoxicated. I can get back to that. When the John Canoe people coming on the show, or Anton is the real John Canoe all year round. Stop. I've invited the John Canoe people. I wait on them to confirm with me that they will come and talk about what we can expect for the parades. I'm not the groups. This is actually the PMT I invited. Hey, Pearly, all talk show hosts are not journalists. Most of them put there to advance the party, not in power. Talk shows can be very influential and have a serious effect on elections. Or, anyway. So, why I hear that? Great shows as usual. I keep telling people the problem with the FNM and the PLP is simply everyone wants to be king. Boy, I tell you, no one wants fall, everyone wants lead. One more text. Hey, Pearly, those residents over Luther is going through. Back hope that they sort out with their water and electricity. Hope Luther remembers when the election come around. And you know, I spoke to somebody in Naughty Luther. And it's not good. They had the load share a lot, and there was no water running. Telephone system wasn't working properly, and Bushcock, they can't jerry-oak in town. So people, particularly in Northern Luther, they're not very happy right now. And I promised to speak to them and get some more details on it to see how they were later on into the week. So I'm going to call my people in Northern Luther because Bryland is one of my most favorite. Being a descendant of Savannah Sound, I am. But Bryland is one of my most favorite spots in the whole Bahamas. Between Bryland and Inagua, I don't know which one I like the most. So I'm going to speak to my good people in Bryland, my people in Naughty Luther, and find out what's going on and see how they're doing there. I don't have a problem if you can't speak proper English, If you representing me and you mess up the English language, that can happen. But if you're making sense in what you're saying, you may mess up a noun, a verb, or something predators, but that don't bother me. Just talk sense when you come on, and do come on and talk. Caller, you on the air, how you doing? Are you there, caller, or did you duck me?
I'm here. Good afternoon, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, my brother. What you saying?
Hey, radio, man.
Now, I only laugh because I didn't expect what they said, so don't jump on me with that. But go ahead, brother.
Someone tells me I must call you. I don't know why. What's going on?
No, the front page of The Guardian says, Pindad claims the PM embattled in PLP insists the FNM will overcome its own family squabble. And then your chairman said that there's no squabble. And I said, let's not go there because every family has squabbles. It's matter if you work it out or not. Right. I said, yes, the FNM going through a squabble. I said, in front of Gambia House when Brother Kingsley was ratified. That was a squabble, but they all got in line and went out and won an election. So my whole thing I'm saying is, don't tell me you ain't having no squabble, because even you and your sister, you and your brother, everybody's row. It is how you work it out at the end of the day.
Well, early. I too agree that the PLP is not embattled. What I would say, I wouldn't choose the word embattled.
Okay.
If you look at that word specifically and the context which it is used or the meaning, the actual meaning of the word, the PLP is not embattled. What you have going on in the FNM is more representative of embattlement.
Okay.
To be quite frank, Pearly, because the reason why I say that specifically is because you have a living member of parliament who's a sitting former prime minister, being the most honorable Hubert Minnis, right? Who refused to participate in a matter of a huge by-election that just recently took place, right? And then you have persons who support him who are being attacked. Is not to say that anyone in the FNM is behind it, but it happened on the grounds of the FNM, and then of course you have where they have this ongoing embodiment that's giving a very negative image of the opposition, and very disrespectful to in the manner in which it's being carried out is also very disrespectful to the leader of the opposition. So that represents embodiment.
Okay.
What you would have in the PLP, though, I believe in being quite frank, and I believe in keeping it real whenever I open my mouth, and I believe in speaking from facts. What you would have in the PLP is, naturally, you have persons who believe in the democratic process, and they aren't afraid to express that belief in the democracy. And when the opportunity presents itself, if they so desire, whether it's challenging for the party leadership, whether it's challenging for the party deputy leadership or the national chairman position, they express that. And they do that without concern for whether you have dislike or like for them.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And so that's democracy, as you would have expressed.
So you call a small, very, very, very small percentage of people battling within the Free National Movement an embattlement? I think if it was a 50-50 split or something like that, I'd say, okay, they have an embattlement. But if you have maybe 1%, 1 out of every 10, if that many making noise, you call that an embattlement?
What is happening? That's a very misleading way to ask that question, Pearly, because when you're talking about embattlement, it doesn't matter whether it's one person or two persons. What matters, Pearly, when you're talking about embattlement is the position that's being taken to war for, the individual who is doing the fighting. And when you look at it from that perspective, you have a former prime minister who is a sitting member of parliament within the FNM, a former prime minister. The FNM has only had 2 prime ministers in its entire existence.
Yeah.
And one of them is Hubert Minnis, right?
Yeah.
And so he's not an average or everyday person by any stretch of the imagination, right? And he's staunch in his position that he's interested in stepping to the plate as leader of the FNM to try and form.
Well, you staunch. Wait, hold on. Stop now. Staunch. He came up publicly and said that. He made it a press statement or something saying that, because you just see if you're going to cause me to look at the word embattlement and look at the definition and be very guarded by using that word. I can call you out on this too. How you say he's staunch?
I can answer to everything that I'm saying.
Okay. Because I don't remember seeing any statement being made by him saying he ran it.
Hubert Minnis has made it very clear.
When and where?
That he's interested in leading the government of the Bahamas again.
When and where he say that?
I don't have the information right in front of me at this point.
Because I avidly follow the news. Yeah.
You asked me a question, Pearly. Don't try to railroad me.
I'm not trying to rail you. I ask you to back up what you're saying.
Allow me to respond, please.
Go ahead.
Allow me to respond.
Go ahead.
You asked me a question. Hubert Minnis has said it out of his own mouth that he is very interested in leading the FNM government again in this country. He said that more than once.
When and where? Give me one example where you heard that. Because you can't say that to me if you ain't backing it up.
You asked the question.
Then answer the question.
Give me a chance to answer. That's why I'm trying to stop you instead of you going on. He said that on the doorsteps of Parliament, if my memory serves me correct. And he's also said that in a separate interview where persons were seeking to get his feelings on leading the FNM again. He's not made it a secret, his interest in leading the FNM again and leading the FNM to government again. Whether that's a realistic claim or not remains to be seen, and that's entirely up to the people of the country. But he's not made that no secret, Pearly. And anyone with a telephone and internet access can simply Google Hubert Minister's, former Prime Minister, the most honorable Hubert Minister's claims to lead the FNM and also to lead the FNM to government again.
So I let you answer, right? I let you answer,
what is happening, back to the original point, Pearly, that is what you call embodiment, not what happens in the PLP. At the end of the day, every member of Parliament,
I got to stop you. Anton, I let you talk. Now, hold on. Stop. Because, and let's just say Hubert Minnis said he wants to be Prime Minister again. He wants to lead. How's that embattlement? You just said, if somebody wants to be leader of the PLP, they make that known, and that's democracy.
Right.
So if he says he wants to be leader of the FNM, isn't that democracy as well?
No.
How's that not democracy if he is saying, hold on. See, now you cut me off, and I'm
not cutting you off. But
hold on a minute.
The point just now.
But I ain't finished. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
You said, if somebody wants to run for the PLP, they come out and say it, blah, blah, blah. That's democracy.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with Hubert Minnis announcing that he wants to run for leader of the FNM. There's nothing wrong with that. If Hubert Minnis announces that, that's democracy. How is that embattlement? Explain that to me, please.
Thank you very much for asking that question. I answered that from you when I first came on the line. I will regurgitate what I said for you because I don't know if all the information I put into you is somehow leaving you without your memory. But
Careful.
No. Hubert Minnis stated Pintard, Michael Pintard, the leader of the opposition, he was unable to get the aspiring leader of the FNM, one-time Prime Minister, Hubert Minnis, to support him in his bid to get their man, Ricardo Grunt, elected in the by-election.
See,
now,
you
that was the biggest... Hold on a second.
No, Anton. See, you ain't going to run over me now. Because you're going somewhere different.
I'm still making my point.
No, you're not making your point. You're not making your point.
That is embodiment, my brother.
You're not making your point.
That is the very definition of embodiment. You can't get a member of Parliament.
Anton.
Yes, Pearly.
Anton, don't do that, please. Come on.
You are the leader of the opposition,
Anton.
Could you let me just make my point?
No,
Pearly?
because you cutting me off and you making points and put me in a position that is not. You're not talking
Just
facts.
as you said you wasn't finished with your point when I tried to interject. I'm saying to you, I'm not finished with my point.
Yeah,
Pearly.
but you talking about Baldwin, you bringing a whole different subject up now. We talking about him announcing. We talking about him announcing he wants to be leader, not him backing up a by-election. That's two different subjects.
But my brother, how do you separate the two? You represent an organization, the Free National Movement. You are one of its premier leaders, being a former Prime Minister, one of only two that exist in their party.
Okay, so all right, la-di-da, the PLP had three. The PLP had three. Make a big deal now. Come on now.
Hold on, Pearly.
I ain't going to allow you to go in a way that you want to go to twist it the way it sounds good for you.
I don't need you to allow me anything. I'm speaking facts, my brother.
No, you're not.
I'm speaking facts.
No, you're trying to formulate. Hold on a minute. Listen, man. Brother, you saying you repeating yourself over and over again, and I ain't going to let you do that. You know what?
You're not letting me make my point.
No, because you're repeating yourself.
Are you punch strong, Pearly?
Bye. I don't have any. Let me say this. You could give your opinion on anything you want to say, but don't twist it in a way that you're trying to make it sound good for yourself. And when I challenge you, you can call me punch drunk. You got to be crazy. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Hello.
How you doing, darling?
How you doing?
Thank God for life.
Tell Anton, stay the hell out of the FNM business. Enough happening in the PLC. Get his things out of our business. Bye.
Yes, ma'am. Call you on the air.
Hey, Pearly, what's up?
Hey, right here, buddy. What's happening?
Well, you got a lot of patience.
That's all right.
You got a lot of patience for that foolishness, what I just hear. That boy, one day he's the spokesperson for the PLP, next day he's the spokesperson for the FNM.
I don't have anybody could give their opinion. I don't have a problem with it, but don't twist it to try to make it sound
good. The thing about it is, the PLP can never do wrong. He always have a fix-it for the PLP, whatever's going on. All that going on in the by-election down there in West End. And this boy talking foolishness on this radio. I mean, you have some patience, then, because Shivago Lang would have cut him long time. Long time, especially if he don't have no facts. Mr. Lang would have cut him long time.
Shivago got some experience on me. I'm just still a little rookie, so I can get to that. I can understand how to do it a little quicker nowadays.
Yeah, I'll call you back in the sports segment.
Thank you, my brother. Take care. Call you on there. How you doing?
A pleasant good evening. I'm Pearly.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Pearly?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I got. Yeah, I'm on this road behind the sports center there trying to head in.
So first of all, you can tell me sorry for calling me a bad word shot, right?
No. I ain't getting there. This ain't Antoine you're talking to.
Go ahead.
This your good buddy Sparky.
Sparky, hold on, Sparky. Sparky, I can let you talk. I just want you to say, Earl, I apologize for the text message I sent you yesterday.
Listen to me. Like the last caller say, I must say this, buddy. Some of you talk show hosts, when certain people call here, you'll let them take over the talk show and talk and say whatever they want to, as long as they want to, till they run out of talk and tell y'all goodbye. Like y'all can't cut them. You got Antoine Hayes a PLP before Antoine was born. And I wouldn't sit on this show and talk with no PLP bunch of foolishness like him. Whenever they're in power, all you can just switch paths with the leader, this and that and the next, and everything is glory, hurry, this and that and next. And you're allowed Antoine to tell you, man, when he can leave the talk show, he tell you, don't hang up on me, let me make my point, let me do this, let me do that. And you'll sit back, if that was Sparky or anybody else, you'll just cut off.
Am I cutting? Am I not allowing?
How you could just sit there and let Antoine run your show?
Sparky.
Cut him.
Sparky.
I'm a PLP and he's talk full.
See, put him back on. Sparky. You gone? Sparky, hold on, Sparky. I hear you, bro. Hold on now, please. I allowing you to vent, but we can do it the right way. And see, sometimes people just tell me I let you talk too long too. But I still allow you to come on, even though you call me a bad word shot. I good with that, you know. But just be good, nice, bro. Just be nice. Call you on the air.
Call it a stark in voice. We need justice, law, and order in this country to Bahamas. Pretty decent.
Thank you, my brother.
You got patience.
Sometimes it is Ronald, though. Trust me. I ain't want to tell you how much times that word is built up in my mouth, and I just have to remember where I'm at.
Yeah, but it's a virtue. It's a virtue. You know what I'm saying? And you're decent with it.
Thank you.
Know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Your show still sounds beautiful. All the best. Okay.
Thank you very much. You made my day. Thank you very much. Listen, people, I'm still a rookie at this thing, right? And I'm not gonna be perfect. I'm going to make some mistakes. And one of the things that I do is when I come off this show, I go and I listen to myself, and I say, oh, God, probably you shouldn't have said it like that. You shouldn't have done it like that. But bear with me and understand that, we're going to not get it right. And I'm going to try my best to allow you to say what you have to say. But if you talk foolishness, I'm going to have to take. We got another call on, Mr. Producer? Call you on the air. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, Pearly. How you doing, man?
Thank God for life. What's up?
But I only call to say, man, in spite of what they said, you don't need to be no Shivago. Don't be you. Be Pearly. I like you. I like the way you're going. Yeah, and even if it ain't perfect, I take it.
Thank you very much.
So you good, you solid, man. Just like Bremen just called and encourage you. That's all I call to say.
I appreciate
you got this one. And how you handle Antoine, I thought you did good. Right. Even though he got on, he can't say he didn't. You didn't give him opportunity. Even your boy Stark, you call afterward. And did the same thing, but then was saying you treat him differently. You did. I commend you, bro. So that's all I call to say. Lastly, let me just say that, listen, the allegiance these guys have to these parties and the allegiance that you all fellas have the sports, listen, I think we can answer to God for this. I'm telling you all, but I hope you all have the same, more than that for God, passion.
I have my allegiance for my Catholic Church, I do.
No, I say Catholic Church. I say God.
And God.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, my brother.
Yes.
That's interesting. Let me see. Let me see what the Texas got to say here. Thank you for the encouragement. I do appreciate that. Pearly, Anton is coming out. The PLP wants minutes to lead for the PLP to win the next election. Okay. Boy, these shows is this. Cut this boy off. He's talking too long. Cut him, bro. Oh, everybody tell me, see? Anyway. Pearly, you see why people is hanging up on Anton? Now cut Sparky. Call you on there. How you doing?
Hey, Bernie.
Hey, what's up?
Right here, Silver Dahlia. Listen, between Sparky and Anton, I'll take Sparky any day, to be honest with you. Because at Sparky's age, you know, he is a walking history book.
Yes.
You know, so he have a lot of input where Anton is just touting and trying to politicize everything and trying to sing. You know, like how when you're on in church and the pastor preaches, say something and everybody say hallelujah.
Yes.
Okay, that's Anton's view.
I got
everything for the PLP is hallelujah. You know, there's nothing bad that they can ever do. You know, like the caller said, you. I like the way you do things. I love the way Naughty does things. I like the way each one of you guys handle your show. You know, and you all allow Anton some time to vent. But you have to see where he's going before you cut him off.
Yes.
Because in cutting him off, sometimes it may be hasty, but you guys are never hasty with it, and I appreciate that. And listen, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
You understand me?
Thank you very much.
If you can't stand the test, you shouldn't go to school. You know, stay there. Do it. You want one of these days you could be teaching Sharon working or two.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a wonderful day, my dear.
See you too.
People, boy, interesting, real interesting. It's been a good 1 hour. We're going to take our break. When we come back from the break, we go straight to the news. When we come back, we're talking sports. We're going to have Mr. Eddie Carter in here from Island Games. We can talk about that $250,000 they got to give away. It's been fun. It's been interesting, challenging. Sparky, we can be all right, all right? Just you know, woosah. We can be all right. Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been Talking Heads on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. This is Pearly, been filling in for Naughty. When we come back, we can talk some sports. Take care. We'll be back in a few.
Holiday lattes at Dunkin' are wrapped in cheer. Our peppermint mocha latte features a blend of mocha and peppermint, topped with whipped cream, mocha drizzle, and a dusting of hot chocolate powder. The toasted white chocolate latte with notes of white chocolate is topped with whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and cinnamon sugar. And the toffee nut latte combines the flavors of buttery toffee and toasted nut flavors, topped with whipped cream and caramel drizzle. The holidays run on Dunkin'.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Cashmas time, here we go. Mercy's doing it big this year. Cashmas time with extra chair. 12 days of merry winnings from your friends at Island Game. Friends we trust, hey we know. Cashmas time, here we go. Prizes and lots of dough. This Christmas, come catch a lick with 20 on your account. Quick, quick, quick. And you can win some awesome stuff at Percy's Island Game.
Ladies and gentlemen, This is your captain speaking. We are now inviting passengers on board for the new JetBlue CIBC First Caribbean credit card. Earn up to 30,000 bonus True Blue points with your first transaction and earn on everyday purchases. Plus, get up to 10,000 anniversary bonus points every year after. Please fasten your seatbelts and prepare for takeoff. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/JetBlue for more information on where Blue can take you.
The Grand Bahama News is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. You can buy your local paper at Freeport convenience stores, Western Bakery, De Gregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Now is the time to reach your Grand Bahama market with affordable packages, including print and digital. Call GB News sales representative Kavandre at 822-6717 or message him on WhatsApp for ad rates. Classified ads are now available every Tuesday as well. Keep up with everything Grand Bahamian every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian.
Hello?
Hey girl, what you saying? I just was calling to check up on you.
Hey girl, everything fine, but I just can't talk right now. I gotta go to the clinic.
The clinic? Everything okay with you?
Yeah girl, everything fine with me. I just trying to get this little one ready because he has an appointment for his childhood vaccination.
Well, Logan's 6 years old. I haven't taken him for his last vaccine appointment since before the pandemic.
Did you know that the childhood vaccinations could protect these little ones from preventable diseases like polio, rubella, measles, and mumps? So these vaccinations for the little ones is the best we could do for them.
I'm gonna make that appointment for him because I need him to get up to date with all of his vaccines. Let me let you go, but call me back when you come back home.
Mommy, I need to go get my vaccines.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, PAHO WHO, and the Canadian government.
Just like every Christmas, let KFC bring all your favorite family members together at the table with you as the essential one. The one bringing the chicken. Enjoy a KFC festive bucket packed with 8 pieces of golden fried chicken, family fries, 4 buttery biscuits, and a half-gallon Pepsi in a free reusable beverage bag. Available for a limited time, the reusable drink bags are perfect for your future festive feasts. Make your Christmas unique with the taste of KFC.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
And good afternoon, good day. We're back, and we're back to do what I love to do best, talk sports. We had an interesting first hour. Thanks for the words of encouragement from the people. And like I said, I'm learning this thing, and we're going to get there. We can get it right. We're going to get it right. But if you want to call in, 323-6232, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4316, or 325-4259, 325-4259. If you're calling from the Family Islands, 242-300-5720. That's 242-300-5720. And if you want to text us, which is powered by BTC, 422-4796, 422-4796. Let's get right into it. Today in sports history, brought to you by Naughty Johnny's. Today in sports history, Wednesday, December 13th.
Crack comp there tonight.
You are?
I think so.
Don't jones me up, man.
Sorry.
Today in sports history, today is December 13th, 2023. On this day in 1936, the Redskins played their last game in Boston. The next season, the Redskins began playing in Washington, D.C. Now they call the Commanders.
Yes.
In 1949, the American League rejected a revival of the spitball, which had been outlawed since 1920. I think Gaylord Perry used to throw a lot of that.
Yes, they need to bring the spitball back, man. We missed that.
In 1956, Jackie Robinson of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Was traded to the Giants for pitcher Dick Littlefield and $35,000. Robinson retired instead of accepting the trade. See, that's why I love that man.
Seriously, though. Yeah. You hear these numbers today.
And ridiculous.
Jackie Robinson. $35,000.
But we talked about A-Rod, $252 million.
Joke.
In 1986, the right to the first 4 Super Bowls was sold to CBS and NBC for a total of $9.5 million. It's now about $9.5 billion.
Yeah, and at that point, you used to pay $5 for a ticket.
Yeah, now $5,000. 1973, Detroit became the first city to revive a franchise for the World Football League. In 1983, an NBA
That didn't work out well.
No, it sure didn't. It sure did. In 1983, an NBA record was set when the Detroit Pistons and the Denver Nuggets played a triple overtime that resulted in Pistons winning 186-184.
19, what year?
That
83?
was 83.
That's
yes.
Kiki Vandeweghe, maybe, and that crew from. They remember Kiki Vandeweghe? You remember him?
Kiki, and that was probably Kiki. Yeah, they did. They played no kind of defense.
Yeah, no.
In 2010, the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings played at Detroit Ford Field. The game was moved due to the collapse of the inflatable roof at Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome Mall at America Stadium the previous day.
Yes.
That happened in 1984.
The garbage bag.
When they first built it, they had a bad snowstorm, and it happened,
and
then again in 2010.
Yeah.
In 1986, Dwight Gooden was arrested with four friends after police officers stopped his car in Tampa, Florida.
Yeah.
Gordon later pleaded guilty, no contest, and received 3 years of probation.
Let me tell you, Doc in his prime. Doc in his prime was an amazing pitcher.
I remember one day I drove all over Nassau trying to find a game. That's when Fernando and Doc went up against each other.
That's a classic.
That was a classic. In 1995, Paul Coffey, Detroit Red Wings, became the first NHL defensive man to reach 1,000 career points.
Kind of a cool name, too, hey, Paul Coffey. I kind of like that, Paul Coffey.
I like to drink coffee, so, it fits.
Oh, I do it every day.
In 1998, Gary Anderson, Minnesota Vikings, kicked 6 field goals against Baltimore. In the game, Anderson
the one with the
said
stub?
Yeah. Was that him?
Was that it? No,
that's
Morton.
Anderson. No.
Morton Anderson.
Morton Anderson you're thinking about.
Yeah.
He had 34 straight field goals without a miss. In 1998, Marshall Faulk set a new Colts record for total yards from scrimmage for a season with 2,090. The record had been held by Eric Dickerson for 2,036.
I even remember what college he went to. You remember? Marshall Faulk? Give you a clue. Out west.
Was it Arkansas? No, not Arkansas.
Nope. It's a California school.
USC?
Nope. Not one of the
red. No,
San Diego State.
I'm going to say that. Yeah, it was unknown. It was one of the big name schools.
Marshall Faulk. He was awesome.
In 2001, Michael Frank Goodwin was arrested and booked on 2 counts of murder, 1 count of conspiracy, and 3 special circumstances: lying in wait, murder for financial gain, and multiple murders in connection to the death of Mickey Thompson. Thompson was his wife. Trudy was shot to death. Hold on. Thompson and his wife, Trudy, were shot to death in their driveway on March 16, 1988. Thompson, known as the Speed King, set nearly 500 auto speed endurance records, including being the first person to travel more than 400 miles per hour. I don't know that story.
No, not at all.
Today's sports quote of the day: if you set a goal for yourself, and
he should have traveled before the murders.
He should have.
Yeah,
but no, he did. That's
what happened.
If you
should have gone 401 miles away.
If you set a goal for yourself and are able to achieve it, you have won your race. Your goal can be to come in first, to improve your performance, or just finish the race. It's up to you. Dave Short, the triathlete.
How many people actually set a goal?
I don't know anybody.
Do you? You ever actually sat down and said, this is it. I'm putting it down here, and this is what's going to happen.
You think about it, and then every year, December 31st, you come up with these New Year's resolutions. Mine never lasts past the 5th of the month.
I actually have one this year for the first time, I would say, maybe in my life. That's another subject.
The Rising Stars remain perfect. They took down St. Albans in their latest match, the BCA T20 action. Clark Bastian received weekly honors in NCAA Division II basketball, and CWCO box Mario Ford campers participation in the Dome League activities. Mario Ford has a really wonderful baseball thing.
Man, we have some great camps. We have some great camps, and it's good to see a lot of our athletes these days are reaching back, and kicking back because, and Earl, I'm sure you're in the same boat as me. The power of sports is beyond goals, beyond $700 million or contracts and stuff. It's what it can do for those kids. Male and female, boys and girls, they all could benefit from the power of organized team sports. And you know what? The adults too.
Yeah.
Because these adults, I'm sorry, some of these adults we need to start treating like kids again and get them involved in this stuff again so they can learn how to work together too. Because, I coached Little League Baseball for 21 years. And let me tell you, the difference I saw between the kids when I started and when they ended was almost as great as the difference I saw in the parents.
Okay.
From when we started from my first years to my 21st year.
Okay.
It was night and day, Earl.
Okay.
So I tell every parent I know, new parent I know, get your kid involved. Don't let them whine themselves out of it. You know, don't let them sit on the couch, play their game cubes and all that stuff instead of, man, go out.
If you don't force the kids to go, they won't come out the house.
But force, I think, sometimes parents, I'm a parent too, right? So sometimes I guess you're challenged to try and be friends.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to conflict too much.
Yeah.
Because you're going to conflict anyway.
Yeah.
But, sometimes you got to conflict.
You have to.
You got to remember you ain't their friend. At the end of the day, you ain't their friend.
Yeah.
And I know how it worked out for me is I was not friendly with my parents until I became an adult.
Yeah.
Right? And then when I became an adult, I became very close to in particular, my dad.
Yeah.
He and I actually ended up working together for, 25 years.
Yeah.
So, you gotta step down every now and then and make sure you got a parent. You gotta put them on a path that you think is going to give them the most chance to succeed. And I don't mean financial money. I mean be a positive, beneficial imprint in society.
I always tell people I made sure my kids got what they need, not what they wanted.
Yeah.
When they wanted something, go and earn it.
Yeah.
I remember my son at 10 wanted a G-Shock watch.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you got to earn it.
Mm-hmm.
So he went out and talked to his aunt, and his aunt talked to their friend, and ended up becoming a parking boy at Kelly's.
There you go.
Saved this money
There you
and
go.
bought his G-Shock watch.
There you go.
And that's something you teach onto them.
Man.
What's happening with Island Games? I mean, anybody been to the trip to Vegas yet?
We ain't started. That's
Okay.
why it's still good time for everybody. All right?
But I done it a couple times, though.
No, that's okay. You keep answering.
I just thought I was unlucky. Okay.
No.
I feel all right.
Well, that's another conversation too. We ain't here to discuss your luck,
Because guess what? I sent a notice to you saying, tell Eddie to draw up the papers. I'm going to be part owner of Island Games when I finish winning.
Part owner?
When I finish winning all these parlays. Ask me if I win one yet.
You only win one? Come on. You must say win one parlay for the year.
This has been my worst year for parlay. This has been my worst year for fantasy.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely been my worst year for fantasy.
I'm to a point right now, I'm telling Naughty, I'm not entering any leagues next year.
I have 5 teams. Only one made the playoffs.
I have made no playoffs, and even the free team I was in didn't make the playoffs.
I'm counting my free teams.
I did not make the playoffs.
I have 5 total. 1 made the playoffs. I am so disappointed.
When I look at my fantasy bill, I was like, oh, God.
Yeah. I just think if I was a GM, I'd be fired.
Yeah.
Really,
No,
my job right now, some radio show host will be saying, "Oh, that Eddie Carter's a GM. Look at the trades he made. Look who he drafted."
My problem was every one of my players on probably every team was hurt.
Yeah.
I had people out. I said, Waller out, been gone.
But doesn't it give you a little, though, vibe of what a real GM goes through?
Yeah.
Because you got a guy that you rely on to perform.
Yeah.
Then when he gets hurt, the domino effect of that is pretty amazing. I would imagine, and I know it's only fantasy, it's only a stupid little game we're playing, right?
Yeah.
But that's kind of what the GMs have to go through.
Yep.
Cooper Kupp got hurt. How are we going to react to that?
Yeah, you see Miami Center gone, Corner's gone for the season. What are they going to do? So that's when you sit down and try to figure out these things. I tell people this is my pastime. Watching sports and playing fantasy. I play fantasy baseball and I play fantasy football. I don't mess with the basketball too much.
No.
I just can't get into it. But I do fantasy baseball and I do fantasy football.
Do you fantasize like getting $50,000 in cash?
Always.
Well,
why do you think I keep putting $20 in Island Games?
That's all you got to do, Papa. And you were doing the exact same. Your account's verified, right?
Yes.
That's right. Keeping it verified. And you just, hold on. Before we go any further, I got to get this off my seriously receding hairline.
Okay.
I've known you a long time.
Very long.
Purdy?
Pearly.
Like Pearly Gates?
Yes. Earl the Pearl. All right.
I know Earl the Pearl.
When I was younger,
okay.
I've gone through a series of nicknames. I had a good friend named Vincent who used to call me Earl J. Wygadon from the movie. I don't know if you ever remember the show Julia.
Yeah, of
the kid said, Earl J. Wygadon's mother.
I don't remember that.
So anyway, he's called me
I just remember how beautiful she was.
So then I went to college, and I was...
That was the nurse, right?
Pardon me?
She was a nurse,
She was
right?
a nurse, yes. Yeah. She was a nurse. So I went to college. I was a president of the international students. I was on the...
Where you went to college?
St. John's University in the great state of Minnesota.
I'm so glad you said in Minnesota. I thought you were just going to say out west.
No.
St. John's right out there.
No, Minnesota.
That's where my dad went. Sorry, Dad.
Collegeville, Minnesota.
Okay.
Hour and a half.
A lot of Bahamians went up there, though.
Yeah. Catholic.
How we got to Minnesota? Because of the church, right?
Because of the church. Because of the church. So I went there. So up there, I was always in charge of something. So one guy said, "You must be Earl Weaver, because you always running." So
like the coach?
Yes, I get the coach. So anybody who went to college with me calls me Earl Weaver.
Okay.
So when I came home, some people started calling me Earl the Pearl.
Okay, now that I know.
And then
I know Earl the Pearl.
a good friend at Bethel Robinson, Arnold Sims, started calling me Pearly Gates.
Pearly Gates.
Say,
okay.
enter into the Pearly Gates.
These are some big time. I mean, those are big managers.
Yeah.
And the Pearly Gate, I guess, is like the best gate in the world.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Or out of the world,
Yes.
or whatever the case may be.
So the gates just drop, and then it just come straight down to Pearly.
You weren't worthy of the whole gate anymore.
No, anymore.
You're just Pearly.
I guess they saw some of the things I did.
They started to know you too.
There's not that gate.
Let's take the gate out of this.
Yeah. So that's how.
All right, there it goes. Because when I first talked to Naughty, he do this Pearly, and I'm like, who's Pearly? Who's this Pearly? And then he sent me your contact. I was like, no, that's Pearly. And of course, my fellow Dodger fan, we do have to talk to Dodgers just a little because
yes.
baseball season cannot start soon enough.
I tell you.
But before we get to baseball season, we got to, of course, enjoy winning season at
So
the
give us the
Island
prizes
game.
again.
Oh, man, we got them all. Are you a cruiser? Do you like going on cruises?
Are you kidding me? That's the best vacation ever.
Yeah? What's your favorite cruise you've taken so far?
I did one too. I went to Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, St. Martin.
So you've done the Caribbean
I did
pretty
the
much.
Caribbean, but my mom and her sisters have been on 14 cruises.
Woo!
They've done the only cruise they've not done is the Mediterranean yet.
Okay.
They've done the Alaskan cruise. They've done
14.
everything. 14. They used to go on cruise every year. That was the easiest gift for us to give them. If they want to go on cruise, just
and it works for everybody because they're like gone.
Yeah. My mother's listening. She's listening, Eddie.
I got the strategy now. But so we got cruises.
Yeah, okay.
Pearly, we got them. Alaskan cruises, you just mentioned, one of the most famous type of cruises to actually do, right?
Yeah.
You got Alaskan cruises, very well known. We also, and these are all 7-day cruises, so these ain't just
They're
little
the best.
weekend
They're
type
the
things,
best.
right?
They're the best.
So there's also the 7-day Caribbean cruise, which is very popular, of course. A 7-day, we go on trips to New York. You like New York?
Of course. This New York so nice they had to name it twice. I spent my dad had 3 sisters in New York.
The Big Apple.
So I spent every other summer in New York. So spent time in Harlem, 141st Street, 145th Street. Spent time in Nanuet, which is in Rockland County. And then now when I go, I got cousins in the Hamptons. So New York is one of my
got
favorite
cousins
spots.
in the Hamptons?
Yeah, I got cousins in the Hamptons, yeah.
Ooh. Do they acknowledge you?
Oh, yes, buddy.
Did they let you in? Those pearly gates they got in the Hamptons?
The one year they had a great birthday party for me. Yeah.
For you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're always in the Bahamas. My dad's sister. Son,
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Good. But so we going to Vegas too for 7 days.
That's one place I've not been yet.
I've been to Vegas about 7 times.
I got a cousin goes all the time and keep trying to get me to go. So I think very soon I'm going to go to Vegas.
Every year, me and my friend Mario Carey,
Okay, I know Mario.
fellow
Carey.
Raider fan,
Yeah.
we used to go to Vegas and Oakland.
Okay.
We used to go for the Oakland, usually the home opener.
Yeah.
And either going there, we go to Vegas first, or on the way back, we go to Vegas.
So now you use a one-stop shop now when you go to Vegas.
Well, yeah,
Vegas and the Raiders all in
I'd
one
still
shop.
prefer we were going to the Black Hole, but that's
Okay.
another conversation.
Fine,
Best year we ever had, we went to Vegas. No, hold on. We went to Oakland, caught the home opener, went to Vegas, partied for a couple days, came to Miami. The Raiders' second game of the season was at the Dolphins. Stopped in Miami on the way home, watched the Dolphins and Raiders play there. Ultimate boys trip. Probably why that wife divorced me. Now I think about it. Man, reviewing this, I've given her a lot of reasons to say bye to me, but there you go. So Las Vegas is out there. If you love great food, if you love great entertainment, Vegas is
the
your
place.
spot.
Yes.
And, of course, you are not a true Bahamian if you don't want to go to England. Let me tell you, our parents' generation, y'all could keep your New York. Y'all could keep your Florida, y'all Atlanta, y'all could keep all that. They was going to London.
Yeah, my uncle was a high commissioner in London.
That's how they had that. That was it. That was the Mecca.
Yeah.
They didn't consider themselves having made it until they went to London.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a 7-day stay for you in London. You can hear Big Ben every single day for a week. All right. So on top of that, of course,
I get to go to Harrods. Okay.
you do. We're giving away a lot of cash.
Okay.
My late dad, love your pups. One of his best sayings. I always remember: money in sight, make the game go right.
I remember him.
Yeah.
I remember him saying that.
So there you go. So
Yeah, that
we're
guy
giving
used to
her-
have some really good conversations.
Yeah, oh man, he that's one thing. He was an amazing conversation.
Yes.
The guy was well rounded.
Yes.
So we're giving away a lot of cash.
Okay.
And we are starting off with $500, and we are working our way all the way up to one person getting $50,000.
So what
in
day the first
cash.
prize going out?
All right, December 25th. Right on Christmas Day. You're starting up there. That first day, 9 people are getting $500.
Okay.
3 people are getting 55-inch TVs. And you know we Bahamians. You can never have too much TV.
Never. I got a spot for one right now.
Yeah, you never have too much TV, right?
You got to be able to go to every room and watch it.
And be able to watch it.
Got to be in the kitchen to watch it.
You got it.
You got to go to the bedroom. You can't miss a thing.
You got it. And of course, we're also giving away 2 Samsung Galaxy Tabs.
Okay.
So we got toys.
I'm a Samsung guy, so
Yeah.
my kids hate it, but I'm a Samsung guy.
No, we got the toys. We got the cash.
Okay.
We got the trips. We got the cruises. And we got the $50,000 in cash. And on top of all of that, we got 3 vehicles from Toyota we're giving away as well. All right?
There's more than 250. There's more than 250.
That's some serious stuff. This is serious stuff. And you know what? I got to applaud. I'm always, the island game. I got to give them credit. They don't have to do this. And I applaud these companies that can reach into their profits, which is what we do. At some point, we really got to talk about a corporate tax structure that encourages and rewards corporate Bahamas who donate to charities. Because let me tell you, if you have been in any organization, association around this town, and you've helped run it, you will realize you need corporate Bahamas to get anything done in this town.
Yeah.
Okay?
You know how many letters I used to get from people?
Yeah, absolutely. It's mandatory. Government cannot do it all.
Yeah.
So we need corporate Bahamas, and we have been very fortunate in this country because I think corporate Bahamas has been amazing. Because they get nothing from it. Understand, they are giving totally from the profit. We talk about $250,000.
Yeah.
Right?
And there's no.
And that's just now.
You don't get a VAT break or nothing from that.
Nada.
Eddie, let's take our first break.
Let's do it.
When we come back, I want to talk about the Dodgers. I want you to tell me what you think about that. And let's talk about your Raiders.
I will talk about your Dolphins.
Not a problem. We'll be right back. This is Pearlie filling in for Naughty and Talking Heads. We'll see you in a few seconds.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Just like every Christmas, let KFC bring all your favorite family members together at the table with you, the essential one, the one bringing the chicken. Get that fried chicken holiday vibe with a juicy festive big box loaded with 2 pieces of your favorite fried chicken, 4 pieces of our real nuggets of 100% white meat, fries, a biscuit, corn, a delectable strawberry parfait, and a medium soda. Make your Christmas unique with the taste of KFC.
This Christmas, open the door and smile with Colgate-Palmolive's holiday promotion for a chance to win 50-inch 4K smart TVs, Lenovo 15-inch laptops, and Samsung Galaxy S21s. Promotion runs from October 19th to December 17th, 2023. Purchase any 2 Colgate-Palmolive products. Brands include Colgate, Ajax, Palmolive, Speed Stick and Lady Speed Stick, Irish Spring, Suavitel, Fabuloso, and soft soap at your favorite grocery store or pharmacy. WhatsApp a picture of your receipt with your name and telephone number to 558-0659.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Child, Fidelity can on this year with their new festive giveaway. You could win cash, an iPhone 15, get a bill paid off, PS5, all kind of things. Apply for a loan or an ASUS savings account, and you could win. Try out, call them now. Yeah? 356-7764.
Deck the halls with paint from Kelly's House and Home. Shop early for all your paint supplies during the holiday fix-up sale now through December 24th. Save 25% on house and spray paint and 20% on paint supplies, except on net items. Our selection of paint colors is a delightful way to spread holiday cheer throughout your home. From December 1st through 24th, we're open Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. and on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Shop Kelly's holiday paint sale going on now. Happy holidays from Kelly's House and Home.
Let me ask you a few questions. What's your name?
Pam.
Favorite food?
Steak.
Beer or wine?
Wine.
Is your money safe?
It's under my bed, so I guess so.
Are you serious?
Yeah, why?
Unless your money is in a bank or credit union that's a member of the Deposit Insurance Corporation, there's no guarantee it's safe.
Yeah, but what if something happens to the bank?
Your Bahamian dollar deposits are insured up to $50,000, so you'd still be ahead. Plus, your mattress might catch fire. Then what?
Man, those banks and credit unions are looking good right about now.
Visit the DIC's website at www.dic.bs. Protection for your money guaranteed with DIC.
Holiday lattes at Dunkin' are wrapped in cheer. Our peppermint mocha latte features a blend of mocha and peppermint, topped with whipped cream, mocha drizzle, and a dusting of hot chocolate powder. The toasted white chocolate latte with notes of white chocolate is topped with whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and cinnamon sugar. And the toffee nut latte combines the flavors of buttery toffee and toasted nut flavors, topped with whipped cream and caramel drizzle. The holidays run on Dunkin'.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
And we're back. Talking Heads with Naughty. This is Pearly filling in. Don't forget, Final 10, we get Rich ICD is going to talk about the top 15 power rankings of the NFL. So let's see where my Dolphins have fallen to. Let's see where certain people, Cowboys, have risen to.
I got a feeling my Raiders won't be on that.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not in the top.
Scoring no points.
Maybe not in the top 25. Maybe not.
Ouch! How the mighty have fallen.
But that's all right. They'll come back.
Everything comes back.
Yeah.
Everything does. If you, I'm very curious because when I've been a Raider fan for 40 years.
Okay.
40 for sure, right? And I'm very sticking. You stick with anything for 40 years, it'll be good times and bad times, Jack. That's just how it is. I'm very curious of these Patriot fans now. These Pats fans. What are they going to do? Because a lot of them young.
No,
right?
see,
are they going to stay loyal?
They're basking in the glory that Miami lost and son. I got a young nephew who's a
but
Pat
are they
fan.
still Pat fans? Some of them I see drifting already.
They're quiet Pat fans, and some of them, Brady gone, I retire.
Right,
So that's the
right,
excuse,
right,
because your team is. And the young people today, they ain't going for no losers. They leaving teams, and they
So you don't think they'll stay loyal?
No, by the time they hit our age, they already been on their third or fourth.
No, I can't do that.
I
might be on my second wife, but I got my first football team still, all right?
And I'm the same thing with me. I'm a Dolphin fan. I'm a 50-year Dolphin fan. A 50-year Dodger fan. And a 52-year Laker fan. All right, and
1 out of 3.
Yeah,
you 1 out of here. You batting 33, baby.
Let's talk about our team. You and I have talked about the Dodgers.
Yeah, we got one thing in common here.
We're big Dodgers. Cut each of us now. We bleed Dodger blue.
Love my Dodgers, baby.
Big Losada fans.
Yes, of course.
Huge Garvey fans.
Steve Garvey was my two favorite athletes. My first two favorite athletes, Julius Erving, Steve Garvey, both wore number 6.
Yes.
I'm a Sixer fan to this day still. I'm a Dodger fan. Mr. Forearm, Steve Garvey, Mr. Consistency. Remember the good old days? Same in field for 50 years?
50 million almost.
It was great. Good old days, right? But, good for us as fans. They didn't have the free agency. Yes.
Our Dodgers signed Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, for $2 million a year.
$2
million a year.
See, when my son called me, Daddy, this is outrageous. Y'all need to go to jail. I said, what are you talking about? He said, y'all signed him for $70 million. I only paid him $2 million.
$2 million, baby.
If you got a brilliant general manager, why are you getting mad?
$2 million.
If you got a brilliant general manager, why are you getting upset?
Apparently, all the other teams went checking the rules, checking everything, trying to find out if this was legal, if this was, and they all came back today and say, yeah, all
we
about
did it with Mookie.
Yeah, it's been Mookie. We did it with Freeman.
Freddie, yeah. So
the most famous one with Bobby Bonilla was the first one I remember this.
Bobby Bonilla.
You remember him? He was the first guy I remember with a deferred contract.
Yeah,
when he retired, he's getting $1 million a year still. I think
it probably run out. If it's not run out,
because it was like for 20 years or something like that. He was getting $1 million a year.
Isn't that fun to do?
Boy. And of course, you got to remember this baseball player we're talking about. He makes $45 million in endorsements a year.
Yeah.
So for him, the $2 million to salary, he ain't living off that.
But listen,
it's crazy, hey? The man don't need the salary.
if the man getting two, so no, but look at it now.
Crazy.
He's gonna live off the $2 million. But
he's got the 45 from his endorsements.
That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah, he got 45 million endorsements. That's what he's living on.
Let me put that up for my wife and kids.
Yeah, that take
and my
care
dog.
of. He can't spend that.
No,
he can't spend what he's making now, much less the 700 million he'll be getting in 10 years.
So my belief here is, and some people say, "Oh, you're paying them too much." I believe
the Giants offered the same thing,
and the Toronto was not far behind.
offered. He just picked us.
I believe in paying them. I come into the stadium to watch Ohtani pitch, or hit. I'm not coming to watch Magic Johnson, the owner.
Right.
I'm not coming to watch Stephen Ross, the owner. I want to watch Tua. So I believe if the stadium is full, if the stadium is making the money, then pay that player because he's the one who's bringing people into the stands.
And believe use me, for the money the Dodgers spent on that man, they're gonna make money on him.
I understand.
Understand that. They are going to make money off they're going to give him his 700 mil and still make money.
They probably double that easy.
The whole Japanese market,
and
baby.
I'm not talking over the 10 years. I'm talking a year.
Yeah, just the jerseys that will be sold next season, the new Dodger jerseys with this new number and all this is going to be crazy.
I will have mine.
Yeah, it'll be crazy. So you got to understand, organizations like the Dodgers, and the Dodgers are pretty much a top shelf organization in any sport.
They got a $3.5 billion contract.
They got it down to science.
So
they're a model.
They
franchise.
got the TV money coming in. They're making all that.
They ain't doing a deal like this if they don't know what they're doing. If they ain't gonna make that chain back. Like I said earlier, they've been preparing for a couple seasons for this. They let go 3-4 all-star Trey Turner.
Yes.
Stud, absolute stud shortstop.
Yes.
Right? They let him go. We let Big Red go.
Yes.
Right?
Justin Turner.
And my wife's favorite player.
Who may come back to haunt us because I understand Arizona trying to sign him.
Yeah, but Justin back was starting to get a little slow. He was slowing down. He was slowing down, right?
We got rid of your family.
Yeah, Cody Bellinger did not re-sign him, right? All right, so they let...
We lost the pitcher Anderson.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of talent that they let walk.
Yeah.
All with anticipation of bringing this guy on board. Now, here's the thing about baseball. I am excited for the signing. All right? He signed with us because he knows every year he's going to have a shot to win the World Series.
Yep.
This does not guarantee a World Series.
No, it does not.
If you know baseball at all, baseball is the one sport I think you can't buy.
No, you can't.
You give yourself better chance, right? By putting better talent out there and spending money on more. But baseball, look at Arizona last year, right? Every year, there's a team that gets hot at the end of the year and beats all the big boys who won 100+ games.
Exactly.
Every single year.
So you gotta, and
sorry, Pearly.
And I gotta tell people, Chris Berman is my most favorite announcer, and for one thing, not for that one. That is why we play the game.
Yes, that's right.
Because you have to play the game. Now the Dodgers got.
No, my favorite Chris Berman is he could go all the way.
And I did that Sunday when the Ravens kicker ran that one back.
Oh, was that a beautiful play?
That was beautiful.
That was great football.
But let me talk about the Dodgers. So now
Mm-hmm.
you only spending $2 million.
Yeah.
You're talking to Toronto. You're talking to Tampa Bay now for Glasnow.
Well, you need starting pitcher. If you know the Dodgers,
and there's a
that's
chance to get this. And see, this is who I actually wanted this player more than I wanted Ohtani.
Right.
I want Yamamoto.
I could understand why.
This 25-year-old kid that handcuffed the United States in the World Baseball Classic last year, handcuffed the Dominicans, and handcuffed the Cubans.
Yes, he did. He did. Everybody wants him.
So, and everybody can go at him, but only a couple of teams can afford him. Can pay him, actually.
Yeah, and the Dodgers, fortunately, are one of those teams that could pony up enough money. And it's going to be about what he wants at this point. He's going to be able to sit there and pick the organization that works for him.
The thing about it is, the influence that's on him is Singer, who's at the Mets, who's a teammate, and Ohtani, who's in the Dodgers. So I think it's going to be between the Mets and the Dodgers.
I believe that the Mets owner will not be outbid in this scenario. I honestly believe that. I believe they will do the splash. I believe he's going to be a Met.
You know what? Something is telling me that, but my hope and my little
hope's a different thing.
You want a World Series? Come to LA. You got a better chance.
But like we're talking about, nothing better highlights how baseball is when you figure for the last 6 years he's been playing with Mike Trout.
Yes.
So they've had the two best players in the world.
Yes.
Nobody who follows baseball would really argue that statement, that they're the two best players in the world.
Yeah.
They didn't even make the playoffs.
They didn't. For 2 years.
They didn't even make the playoffs.
The problem with Trout is Trout can't stay on the field long enough.
But still, they couldn't even make the playoffs. So that's why he wants to come to a Dodgers.
So now the Dodgers probably has 3 of the top 5 players in Major League, at least top 10.
Definitely with Freeman, Mookie, who's amazing. I love me some Mookie Betts. Phil, pitching's going to be our thing, though. Can we sign enough pitching? You know, last year we ended up with, and I got to meet Clayton Kershaw, right? And Clayton's a beast.
I just,
he's a beast.
Man, put me in the suitcase next time.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yes,
absolute beast.
My favorite Dodger. My favorite
has
Dodger.
to be.
My favorite.
He
Dodger.
has to be.
Yeah.
You're the greatest Dodger probably of all time.
Yeah.
Honestly, you could put up the argument for him.
you
right?
can.
But he ended up, unfortunately for us, being our best pitcher in the playoffs last year, coming in.
Yeah.
That cannot be the case.
Yeah.
You know, he is on. I love myself some Clayton, but he is on his last.
And there's a possibility he will not be a Dodger this year. They
say that every year. You go to Texas, right?
Yeah.
Play 1 year for the home team, and especially it sounds like they World Series champions. Corey Seager, by the way, another player we let go, and I used to love me some Corey.
We deliberately let him go.
Yeah, we did. We let them all go. And Corey came off an MVP in that World Series we won.
Exactly.
And we still let him go, getting ready for your boy.
That broke my heart.
Crazy. Yeah, Seager's awesome.
But the Dodgers can get away with that because of our farm system.
And, that's why, you hear people talk about what we're going to do with our starting pitching. Everyone's very hopeful because we got such a loaded farm system, as you just mentioned. They could trade.
Well, Pepiot is him and DeLuca are the two names that the Dodgers are talking to Tampa Bay about sending for Glasnow.
Yeah.
He's an ace. You get it. That was solidified.
We need pitching bad. We need at least 2-3 starters.
I think if we can get Glasnow,
right,
and we can get Yamamoto with Kershaw with Bobby Miller,
and our injured starters come back.
They're not coming back.
Well, Walter should be ready. Bueller should be ready.
There's talk he may not be ready for April.
Really?
He may not be ready for April, but he will be back some point next year.
Right. What about the red hair, Dustin May?
There's not. He may probably miss the whole year next year. Him and Gosselin probably miss the whole year next year. All right, and if they do come back, it won't be till August, September, which won't bring a lot, maybe some bullpen help for the playoffs, hopefully.
Well, baseball's, a long way away.
Yeah.
And folks, help you get there a little quicker. Don't forget the Island game. Pearly has entered several times. $20 on your verified account at the Island game. That's all you have to do, and you enter as many times as you like. So in theory, people, you can actually win something every single day.
Yes, you can.
So
with my luck, we'll see. Because I figured this much. I said, you know what? I haven't owned the company off the parlay, so maybe that Vegas.
This is you've been saving up your winnings
for the Vegas
for the end of the year for this stuff.
Yeah, I'll take. You know what? It doesn't matter which one of those prizes I win because they're all good.
I don't see a bad prize on here. I mean, like I said, I'll take $500 cash.
Hey, right today,
right? I'd be starting off by giving 9 people $500 cash.
But you know what I like about it? You're giving it to us after we broke.
Yeah.
After Christmas.
Yeah, after you already spent it up.
So when you need a couple of dollars in your pocket,
you got it.
There's an opportunity for you to get that right now.
And folks, there's going to be a lot of winners. A lot of winners, okay? 9 people are winning 500 on day 1. 9 people are winning 750 on day 2. 8 people are winning 1,000 on day 3. 9 people, 1,500. 8 people are winning 2,000. 7 people are winning 2,500. 6 people, 3,000. 5 people, 4,000. And of course, 1 person,
$50,000.
50.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of $50,000. Oh, that'd be so nice.
So just head to the Island game. Any other name you can trust. Keep $20. So put it on your verified account. Keep your account verified at all times, and that's all you got to do. And of course, we always encourage you gamble responsibly.
Yes,
the sports book is open. Like if you would have bet the under on the Raiders game last week, it would have been the easiest money you would have won for the year. I give you guys should I give you all? You should consider going on the under on the Raiders on Thursday night as well. We're playing the Chargers. They've lost their quarterback. Justin's out. So our defense, the Raiders defense, has surprisingly been pretty good. Our defense would be a lot higher ranked and a lot better numbers-wise if our offense wasn't as bad.
34.5 though.
They're not going to reach it.
30 between the two of them, they're not going to put it up.
The Chargers won 6-0 in New England or 6-3 in New England with Herbert. All right.
Okay.
How much are they going to light up without him?
Okay.
And I'm telling you, our defense is better than you think. So my tip of the week would be take the under. And that's how it goes. When I'm on the sports book at the Allen game, you don't always have to pick the winners.
No, you don't.
Right? You could pick the losers. You could win off the person losing.
Yep.
All right.
You just if a team is favored to win by 15 points and you don't think they can win by that 15 points.
That's all. That's all you need to know.
You go win, but you ain't gonna beat me that bad.
Correct. So you could win money just by doing that. Or like I will do on Thursday. You said it was 30 points. I will definitely be taking the under on that game. The Raiders have only scored over 20 points once this year.
Okay.
All right. I like that. I like my odds. Chargers with a new quarterback. Right? Struggling offense even before.
As long as he doesn't pull the Dobbs and just put up some numbers on them.
Yeah, well, our defense, I got to say, our defense has been playing pretty good. If our offense had been doing it, we were beating y'all too. Okay?
Let's do the picks.
Okay? If our offense are getting this defense anything, I'd say I don't know what our owner's going to do at the end of the year, but I would keep that defensive coordinator, Patrick Graham.
If somebody doesn't offer him a job.
Yeah, if he doesn't get hired away, because he's done a tremendous, and I saw a stat. I think we're now ranked 12th or something in total defense, 15th, but yet our payroll for defense is like 30th in the league. So the dude is doing great things with Max Crosby, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right? Mad Max. And
gotta
by the way, I became
talent.
a Raiders fan because of Ted Hendricks, and Mad Max so reminds me of Ted Hendricks, boy. The Mad Stork, they used to call him. He so reminds me of that guy. It's like a rebirth. It's crazy. But, I'm a little upset that I have to watch my Raiders so soon after that hard watch on Sunday. Oh my gosh, Earl!
I didn't watch it.
Earl, I'm a true fan. I've watched the Raiders play in like 12, 13 stadiums.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I am a true Raider fan. So I watch every minute, good, bad, or ugly. And let me tell you, I was as ugly a game as I've had to sit through. That was the hardest test of my love of my team. 3-0 we lose, right? We only one time were we in the red zone and we fumbled the ball. Right? We could have won the game right there, right? So anyway,
days like that is when you say you stop cursing, you just
you get numb.
Yeah.
You get numb. It's so bad. But I'm disappointed I gotta go through this again already tomorrow. Forget the players recovering the injuries. As a fan, I need more time to recover to watch this again.
Tomorrow you may step it up and get a win.
Again, I'm a Raider. Just win, baby. So if we would have won 3-0, the vibe would have been different.
Yeah, you would have feel a lot better. Let's do this. Island Game sponsors this segment. This is the picks. Let's do this together.
All right.
Okay, for today. All right, so we got the Lakers and the Spurs. Lakers are 3.5 point favorites.
Spurs have they won in the last 2 months?
They've lost 17 in a row.
But I saw a stat.
LeBron may not play tonight.
Don't matter. I saw a stat, right, that said in this year, 2023, the Spurs have had 2 so far 17-game losing. They started the year with a 17-game losing streak from ending last season.
Yes.
To get this big boy they got.
So you're saying be 18 after the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. What do you think about that guy?
He need to put on some weight.
He's just too small, right?
He's gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right. He reminds me of Kevin Durant when he first came into the league, a little skinny, just a taller version. And he should be all right. I think he needs to bulk up a little bit. And, not every rookie's going to shine right away.
No, that's true. Someone need more development on those.
Yeah, and
he seriously needs the weight room, though.
He'll be all right.
He needs to go right across the street to our friends, the Colonel, right, and start bulking up. The Bahamian way, get him some peas and rice.
The kid he's only 19,
I know,
so
but can you imagine if he'd been playing against Barkley? Barkley would have been half his height. And that boy would have been crumbled on the
cutting him down.
Crumbled right there in the paint.
No, that doesn't even go to Barkley. Elijah won.
Yeah. Oh.
Philadelphia at Detroit. Philly 12.5 point favorites.
I'm loving my Sixers this year. I've seen a rebirth. We got rid of Harden. It was like a breath of fresh air to the team. Yeah. They are going to have to make a trade. Clearly in the East, they are behind Milwaukee and Boston. I don't think there's any argument about that. They're not as far behind as they may be, though. They got some assets. Mackey's playing awesome. He's grown into his own. Getting rid of Harden just opened up the door for him to do his thing. Embiid, of course, is an MVP, putting up MVP numbers again. They're going to need another one, though.
Okay.
So I see them making a big splash trade at some point.
All right, we got 60 seconds. Let's go quick.
Go.
Pelicans at Washington. Pelicans 6.5 point favorite.
Pelicans are terrible. And your boy's playing good now because he got called out.
Okay. The Hornets at the Heat. Heat 7.5 points favorite.
I love the Heat. I love Jimmy Buckets.
Okay. The Hawks at Toronto. Toronto 7.5 point favorite.
Toronto's good at home.
Okay. Indianapolis at the Pacers at the Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks 6.5 point favorites.
Yeah, well, you got to like the Bucks in that, though. I could be interested. Indiana's the highest scoring team in the league right now, right?
Barron, I've been.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hadn't heard about him. Of course, they got Buddy Buckets, so got to love that.
All right.
Milwaukee will beat them, though.
Grizzlies at the Rockets. Rockets 8.5 point favorites. Rockets been playing some good ball.
Yeah.
They're still missing. Grizzlies still missing Jared Durant.
Big time. Rockets may cover that 8.5 tonight.
Okay. Knicks at the Jazz. Knicks 5.5 favorites.
Yeah, I like the Jazz in that.
All right, I like the Knicks tonight. And finally, the Nets at the Suns. Beal came back last. That was Beal.
The Nets.
And Durant was out. I think Durant is back today.
Yeah, Suns all the way. The Nets. I feel sorry for Nets fans. Could you imagine the yo-yo and emotions they've gone through the last 2 seasons in the NBA?
Amazing.
They went from a super team, expected to win the champ,
to a team that they
to all of them gone.
I know. Eddie, thank you.
Good to see you, Pearly.
We take a break. When we come back, Rich Eisen is going to be giving you his top 15. This has been Pearly filling in. Eddie Carter, thanks to have you.
Thanks, man. Head to the Island game.
Look to seeing you again soon.
Yeah, man.
Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Naughty Johnny's restaurant can only be described as the experience you want to recreate again and again and again. Their motto is simple food done well. You're welcome into their home at Naughty Johnny's, where you can dine on crack conch fritters, and other Bahamian favorites. There's also an international flair that's guaranteed to offer something for everyone. Enjoy a good meal and listen to a live band on their patio Friday and Saturday nights, or brunch on Saturday and Sunday, only at Naughty Johnny's restaurant in the Old Town Plaza, Old Fort. They're open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday. Naughty Johnny's. Well worth the trip.
Cashmas is here at Percy's Island Game. 78 winners, $250,000 in cash and prizes, and a grand prize of $50,000 in cash. And there's more. 7-day Caribbean and Alaska cruises, 7-day trips to New York, Las Vegas, and London. TVs, iPads, cell phones, and 3 brand new 2023 Toyotas. Enter to win each time you deposit $20 on your verified account at the only place with the cash, the cruises, the toys, the trips, and the cars this Cashmas, and that's Percy's Island Game.
Wherever you are in the world, Cleveland Clinic's world-class care is here for you. From Ohio to Florida to London, Cleveland Clinic treats thousands of patients every year. Ranked number 2 in the world by Newsweek, you can trust our caregivers to enhance your experience across each step of your treatment journey. For every care in the world, learn more at clevelandclinic.org/Caribbean.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place, is your place, is your place.
This holiday season, come into John's for all your footwear and fashion needs, where we have women, men, and children covered for work, church, play, or the party in your life. Jewelry, handbags, and of course, gift cards in any amount make a great gift for friends and family. And there is our small appliance section. Need a new outfit for the season? Check out our John's fast fashion clothing stores. Our John's Career Store is the perfect gift shop for a nurse or anyone in healthcare. Come in store or shop online at johnsshoes.com for same-day delivery or free next-day delivery. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, Bahamas, from John's Shoes.
Just like every Christmas, let KFC bring all your favorite family members together at the table with you as the essential one. The one bringing the chicken. Enjoy a KFC festive bucket packed with 8 pieces of golden fried chicken, family fries, 4 buttery biscuits, and a half-gallon Pepsi in a free reusable beverage bag. Available for a limited time, the reusable drink bags are perfect for your future festive feasts. Make your Christmas unique with the taste of KFC.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We just had Nick Sirianni on this program.
And he was talking about how you have to block out the noise. You have to accept the criticism and know some of it's warranted while discarding the ones that you think are unwarranted.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I totally got it. I totally understood what he was saying.
Go.
And I told him the reason why I got it is because I'm from the Northeast, and I understand that people who succeed in positions like the ones that he has needs to have that sensibility in order to succeed in a place like Philadelphia. So that's why I told him there. I almost told him, I get it, because I have to fight through all this with my power rankings every week. But I figured I should relate to him.
Sure. Yeah.
Not use my real estate with him for my own issues.
Right.
That's a YP from his perspective.
That's good discipline on your part.
Yeah, Rich, that's good.
Well, I'm multifaceted is what I'm saying.
Sure, right.
But once again, it is time to accept some criticism and block out most of it for my weekly power rankings. Hit it. Power rankings.
Power rankings.
Yes, it's time for my power rankings, and this was particularly difficult.
Oh.
Because would you care to guess how many of the teams on my power rankings from last week went on to lose their game this past week?
Got to be half.
The answer is 7.
Oh,
that's a shame.
7 teams on my power rankings last week lost their game.
That's a shame.
7 of them. So there's lots of jumbling, and there'll be lots of stuff from you. But they lost their game. How could they stay put? And yes, that's how you sound.
Is that Chris? I know one team that didn't lose their game, though.
Number 10 on this list, down one spot, are the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're 10th on the list. They are 8-5. Once upon a time, 8-3. Bless Trevor Lawrence for having whatever sinewy ligaments. You want to put it T-Laws, sinewy ligaments down for a fantasy team?
Spell that.
I don't know. Sinewy.
Oh, okay.
What he said.
Cool.
How does this guy play a football game? He wasn't even walking like Fred G. Sanford. He was barely able to amble.
Elizabeth.
And then next time we see him on a football field, he's going through all of his pregame, ankle flexion warm-up thingies, and he's going out there and damn near beating the Cleveland Browns. So I've got him 10th on the list, just down one spot, because I can't quit the AFC South leader that had a chance to be the 1 seed about 8 quarters ago.
They should have been higher to begin with. I mean, come on.
Number 9. Back on the list. New to the list this week. I'm putting the Cleveland Browns.
Flacco Sans.
The Flacco Sans is on.
I got him in fantasy.
Joe Flacco is now 2-0. Right?
No,
it's 1-1. Pardon me. I just he's 1-1.
But he's played really well.
He's now
in both
one.
games.
He helped the Cleveland Browns. Here's the stat. That's right. He has now helped the Cleveland Browns to become the rare team to win 4 games in a season with 4 different quarterbacks. That has happened.
How?
Well, the defense is a big help, and that's why they're 9th on because that defense. I mean, Myles Garrett is one-armed. Myles Garrett is better than 2-armed most people.
3 arms.
Okay, and they're gonna get Ward back at some point. I thought they were gonna get him back this past week. They didn't, and they still beat this team from Jacksonville.
They've lost so many key players to injury. It's amazing.
8th on the list are the Detroit Lions, down one spot. That's all I could say about the Detroit Lions right now.
You sounded disgusted.
Well, I'm not disgusted. I'm disappointed, and they could have easily been swept by the Chicago Bears, kiddos, and then they lost to Green Bay on Thanksgiving in a very dispirited day for them. They just got to get back to that Hannibal Lecter mentality, and the coach is going to have to do it on Saturday night on NFL Network, home against Denver. Then 2 games against Minnesota. There's a big game at Dallas, but they're still on my list here. The Sun God has been eclipsed
a little bit
the last couple of weeks as well. So they got to get back to the run game, play off it, and then have Goff make fewer mistakes. How does that sound? The offensive line is seeming trouble to protect them now, and that has been their strength. At any rate, number 7 on this list, down 2 spots, are the Miami Dolphins. I have them at number 7, and the reason why they're at 7 and not 6 is because I put the team at 6 above them that's beaten them. And the Dolphins, that was a very disappointing loss. And I don't know what to make of them right now, other than the fact that I need to see something from them against a team that they're going to have to beat and get past in the playoffs for me to, you know, get a little bit more hope in them. Now they're hurt on that offensive line. They have gotten crushed offensive line injury ways. They've lost their center for the year, which is really problematic. So they're 7, and the Chiefs are 6. I didn't make any changes on them. Man, they could have easily won this game, and I'm so upset with the way that they handled this loss in the final minute and the minutes after it. It just, you know, I obviously, as I said on the previous program, if there's anybody who's earned a pass, it's Patrick Mahomes. But the thing that I'm really disappointed about is I feel it's born out of his frustration with people he can't be outwardly frustrated towards. If I may dangle a preposition at the end there. It just is one of those things where he can't scream at his receivers who keep on letting him down, so he'll just take it out on an official. Uncharacteristically. I'm concerned about him just for that alone. Number 5.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.